Hey Bob, thanks for having me over. Are you excited about moving to Maui? Would it be okay if I gave myself a quick tour? If it's okay, can we use the kitchen table so we can lay everything out? Uh, the first thing I'd like to do is review your situation and what's important to you about making this move. Is that okay? Great. Bob, I have three bottom line questions for you. Are you ready? Number one, are you definitely ready to sell your house? Great. Number two, are you willing to price it where it will sell, or are you okay if it just sits on the market? Fantastic. Number three, and most important, Bob, do you want me to get it sold for you? Terrific. Bob, the purpose of our meeting today is twofold. Number one is for me to provide you with some very important information about what it's going to take to get your property sold for top dollar so that you can get to Maui by December, right? Number two is for us to decide today if the right thing for you to do is to partner with me in the sale of your home. Does that sound fair enough? And whether you decide to hire me or not, I hope it'll become clear to you through our meeting that my commitment is to help you get what you want. If I can't help you, I'll let you know today because I'm not interested in just getting a listing. I'm very interested in helping you get to Maui because that's what you want, right? Then we're on the same page. Now, there's really one key thing for us to determine today, and that is to decide what price to put your house on the market that'll cause it to sell, right? Because you don't want to put it out there to have it not sell, correct? Here's what I'll do as soon as you decide to hire me. I'm going to do everything it takes through my action plan to get your home exposed to all the qualified buyers in the marketplace, because that's what you want, right? Great. So the key today is for us to make those qualified buyers excited about the house when they see it, right? Does that make sense? In preparing for our meeting, I did a thorough market comparison, also called comparative market analysis. Are you familiar with this? Great. There are three parts to the market study. The first is the active listings. These are your competition, right? I call this dreamland because it's what a buyer wants to get for their property, but you don't know what it's actually going to sell for, right? Second are the expired listings. Do you know what these are? Exactly, homes that didn't sell. They wanted to sell, but something went wrong. I call this Never Never Land. Can you see why? Exactly, because you never want to be here, right? Finally are the sold listings. This is reality because this is what buyers are actually paying today. Does that make sense? So this is where we'll focus today. Because obviously, to get you to Maui by December, in which of these three categories do we want you to end up? Exactly. The purpose of the market analysis is to determine the value of your home, first as an appraiser will look at it, and second as a buyer will look at it. First, the appraiser, because that's who the lender will hire to determine the value of your home based on what comparable homes are actually selling for. Does that make sense? Second, the buyer, because second, to make sure we price your home in a way that will be attractive to buyers, because is a buyer only going to look at your home, or are they going to shop around and compare your other home with others? Compare, obviously. So, what features do you think they're comparing? They're comparing quality, condition, location, and of course they're comparing price, right? Are you ready to take a look? How about this house? How many bedrooms? How many bathrooms? How big is the garage? How many square feet? What year was it built? Have you seen this home? This one's a little nicer than yours because this one's a little nicer than yours because this one is very comparable to yours. Does that make sense? Notice the price? How long has it been on the market? How's that going to work to get you to Maui by December? Does that make sense? Based on what the market is telling us, what price do you feel would make buyers excited about your house over the competition? Based on what the market is telling us, I feel we should price your house at $699. After looking at your house, and reviewing what the market is telling us, I suggest we list the house at $699. And you can see why that's the right price, correct? Because that will get you the best price possible and the best time possible to get you to Maui by December. Won't that be exciting? Great. Do you have any questions about anything we've covered? Great. The net sheet explains all of the costs you'll have associated with selling your house. The net sheet gives you all the costs associated with selling your house and what you're actually going to walk away with from the sale of your house. This is something you'd actually really like to know, correct? These are all standard closing costs and expenses for sellers. Based on a realistic sales price of $699 and a closing date of December 1st, this is your estimated net proceeds from the sale of the property. Bob, is that a figure you can live with? I understand it's less than you're expecting, but is it a figure you can live with if you had to? Excellent. So, we agree that the right price to market your home is $699. So we'll get it on the market at $699, which we agreed is the right price, correct? Excellent. Are you ready for the next step? Can I lay out for you what's going to happen next? First, we need your house to show at its best, right? Second, I'll launch my pre-marketing I'll be launching my marketing campaign and my pre-marketing campaign immediately because you did want us to get the most exposure for your property, correct? Next, we launch our exclusive 10-day marketing blitz. Sound exciting? Your property will be marketed to every buyer out there and promoted to every realtor and their buyers through the multiple listing system. In addition, your property will be syndicated to over 5,200 real estate websites, including all the most popular websites buyers visit today. You do understand how important that type of internet exposure is for your property, right? Because you do want me to get you the best exposure to get the right buyers in here, right? Awesome, because that's exactly what you're going to get with me. And with that exposure, assuming the market responds as we expect, we'll be getting lots of buyer traffic. I'll be following up with all of that, which will then give us the best offers. Then we'll be negotiating all the best offers to get you top dollar. Are you ready for that? Great. So are you ready to start packing? I don't mean today, but soon. Are you ready for me? Are you ready for me to help you make this move happen and get you to Maui? I'm going to have you initial right here on the CMA and net sheet, and then I'll get to work for you. Congratulations.